The United States under President Donald Trump has renewed a temporary waiver, allowing countries to continue purchasing sanctioned Russian oil for another 30 days, a move that underscores the growing tension between geopolitical strategy and economic necessity. Notably, the waiver issued by the U.S. Treasury Department permits transactions involving Russian oil and petroleum products loaded onto the vessels from April 17 through May 16. Replacing an earlier waiver that expired on April 11. However, the extension continues to exclude transactions involving Iran, Cuba, and North Korea. And this decision comes at a time when global energy markets are facing unprecedented strain. The ongoing Russia-Ukraine war and the escalating tensions in the Middle East, particularly the US-Israel conflict involving Iran, have significantly disrupted oil supply chains. Key infrastructure has been damaged, with over 80 oil and gas facilities reportedly affected, intensifying fears of prolonged shortages. And the situation has been further complicated by instability around the Strait of Hormuz, a critical passage through which a significant portion of the world's oil supply flows. Although Iran briefly reopened the strait, easing immediate concerns and causing oil prices to dip by around 9% to around $90 per barrel, the threat of renewed closure continues to loom large. And the waiver reflects a strategic attempt by Washington in order to stabilize global oil prices and prevent further economic fallout. And rising energy costs have become a pressing concern, not only for the United States of America, but also for its allies and trade partners. Countries across Asia, including India, have been particularly vocal in urging the US to ensure continued access to affordable energy supplies. India, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, remains one of the largest importers of Russian crude, and disruptions in supply could have serious implications for its economy. Reports suggest that energy security was a key topic during recent discussions between Trump and Modi, as well as during high-level meetings involving global financial institutions such as the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. And what makes the decision more striking is the apparent policy reversal within the US administration. Just days before the announcement, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent had indicated that the waiver would not be renewed. However, as diplomatic negotiations with Iran gained momentum and global energy pressures intensified, the administration reconsidered its stance. Officials have stated that ensuring sufficient oil supply is essential, especially as talks with Iran continue and uncertainty in the region persist. And despite its economic rationale, the move has sparked sharp criticism from lawmakers across both the major political parties in the United States of America. Critics argue that extending the waiver undermines Western efforts to economically isolate Russia and reduce its ability to fund its military operations in Ukraine. European leaders, including Ursula von der Leyen, have also expressed concern, emphasizing that now is not the time to ease pressure on Moscow. Meanwhile, Russia has responded positively to the development. Kirill Dmitriev, a key envoy, suggested that the waiver could facilitate continued economic and energy cooperation between the US and Russia, highlighting the complex and often contradictory nature of global diplomacy during the times of crisis. Analysts believe that the waiver could allow millions of barrels of oil to re-enter global markets, offering temporary relief but also complicating long-term sanction strategies. Energy experts warn that such measures may only provide short-term stability, and the cumulative impact of war, geopolitical rivalries, and damaged infrastructure has left global energy systems deeply fragile. And as one sanctions expert noted, that the tools available to stabilize the market are rapidly being exhausted, raising concerns about what options remain if conditions worsen. And in the end, the waiver illustrates the delicate balancing act facing global powers. While sanctions aim to exert political pressure, economic realities often demand flexibility. And as the conflicts continue to reshape the global order, decisions like this highlight how energy, politics, and international relations have become inseparably linked, with consequences that extend far beyond the oil market. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.